Hello dear student, I am Dr. Ashok Kevli, Assistant Professor from Department of Zoology, KTHM College, Nasik. In today's presentation, we are going to discuss a topic of chapter Kingdom Protista. The topic is Habit, Habitat and External Characters of Paramecium. In this presentation, we focus on topics like systematic position of Paramecium, habit and habitat of Paramecium, and then external characters or the morphology of paramecium. So let us start from systematic position. Systematic position is nothing but a place of organism in a classification criteria. Generally, paramecium is placed in domain Eukaryota because of true nucleus is present in a cell. Paramecium is eukaryotic organism. It is a single cell organism and a single cell possesses true nucleus. So it is placed in domain Eukaryota. Second, kingdom Invertebrata. Why it is placed in kingdom Invertebrata? Because of absence of vertebral column, it is placed in invertebrate. Then phylum Protozoa. Phylum Protozoa denotes it is a group of organism which is a very microscopic. We can see it only under the microscope. We can't see it with our naked eyes. So paramecium is a microscopic organism. So it is placed in phylum Protozoa. Class is Oligohymenophoria. Order Hymenostomatida. Family Paramecidae. Genus Paramecium and species Chordatum. Then second topic, habit and habitat of paramecium. Paramecium is a unicellular organism. It is microscopic. We can see it only under the microscope. It is also a free living protozoa. Means they are present on the soil, but mostly they are present in water, so they are aquatic in habitat. It is widely distributed all over the world. Paramecium mostly occurs in a stagnant water and it is also present in floating water. But in a stagnant water, rich of decaying matter, and that is nothing but a natural food of paramecium. So they are abundantly present in stagnant water bodies like pools, lakes, ditches, ponds, and it is also present in flowing water or running water, but probably it is present or rich in stagnant water. Paramecium body shape is like a sole of slipper, so it is also called as slipper animalcule. The whole body is covered with a hair-like minute organ called as cilia, and these cilia are present all over the pellicle, and it is many in number. Its main function is help in a process like locomotion as well as dragging the food to the oral cavity. Then next point is external characters of paramecium. In external characters, we study shape, size, color, and structure of paramecium. This part is divided into two point, or we can say subtopic. First one, shape, size, and color of paramecium, and B part is structure of paramecium. So let us shape, size, and color of paramecium. See, paramecium is a microscopic unicellular protozoan animal. It has an elongated slipper-like shape, means it is a tapering towards both end, and in middle it is broad in size, so it is called as slipper animalcule again. The posterior end of the body is pointed. It is like a cone like body and it is blunt in shape. Paramecium body color is colorless and its size ranging between 300 to 350 micron meter. So this is nothing but shape, size and color of paramecium. Second point is structure of paramecium. This slide shows structure of paramecium. See, the shape of paramecium is like a slipper sole, so it is called as slipper animalcule. Look in the diagram. Whole body covers with a hair-like organ called as cilia, and these cilia help in the process of locomotion, and other functions are also performed by these cilia. Many cilia are present all over the body. Then this diagram also showing a oral grooves and anal pore. Oral grooves is nothing but a mouth of paramecium through which this paramecium intake of food inside the body, and anal pore it is excretory in function. Body covers with two vacuole, that is food vacuole and contractile vacuole, and in a cytoplasm it possesses two different nuclei, that is macronucleus and micronucleus. Now see in detail. Body structure of paramecium. First part of body is pellicle. Pellicle is nothing but the outer covering of a body. It is flexible, thin, membranous organelle. It is called as pellicle. These pellicles are elastic in nature. These support the cell membrane and it is made up of gelatinous substance, so it provides flexibility, or we can say lubrication to the organism. Second part of body is cilia. All over the outer surface of pellicle covers with many cilia. Cilia, it is a small hair-like organ and it covers all over the body, that is all over the outer surface of a pellicle. These cilia are arranged in longitudinal rows with a uniform length throughout the body of the animal, and this condition is called as holotrichous condition of a cilia. The cilia are varies in size. Some cilia are longer in size and some are smaller in size. Mostly the posterior and anterior end of the body cilia is longer in size, while the middle part of the body cilia are smaller in size. So due to longer size of cilia present on anterior and posterior part of the body, it is called caudal tuft of cilia. So it can provide a flexibility for locomotion also. Then third part of the body is oral groove. It is also called as mouth of paramecium. Oral groove leads a V-shaped cavity. It is also called as vestibule. So this vestibule is oval in shape and it is also called as cytostome or mouth of paramecium. Cytostome leads into a funnel-shaped cytopharynx, and which help to drive the food material in the body. Means there is no specific opening of mouth present over the body. So it is nothing but a small oral grooves. So with the help of these, paramecium can inhale the food particle inside the body. Then cytopig. Cytopig just lying on the ventral surface and just behind the cytostome. It is it is also called as cytoproc or anal pore. As I said, Cytopharynx is nothing but a mouth of paramecium which help in the process of intake of food in the body, while cytopene is it is excretory in function. It help to remove the nitrogenous waste product from the body. So it is also help to eliminate undigested food material throughout the body. Then cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a gelatinous jelly substance present in a cell of paramecium. Cytoplasm is clearly divided into two distinct cytoplasm, that is ectoplasm and endoplasm. Ectoplasm present over the periphery of a cell, while at the center there is a concentration of cytoplasm called as endoplasm. The ectoplasm, which is dense clear outer layer containing cilia, trichocyst and fibrillar structure, and this ectoplasm is further bounded to pellicle through a covering. While endoplasm is one of the most detailed part of cytoplasm, it contains several different granules, and these granules help in the process of digestion also. Some of the granules present in the endoplasm, and these endoplasmic granules are vacuoles, mitochondria, nuclei, food vacuole, and contractile vacuoles. Then another part of body is trichocyst. It is embedded in cytoplasm. It is a small spindle-shaped bodies called as trichocyst. Trichocysts are filled with a dense refractive fluid containing swelled substance, and it is a organ of offense and defense. There is a conical head on the spike of outer covering of trichocyst, and these trichocysts are perpendicular to the ectoplasm just out the pellicle. Then another part of body structure is nucleus. As I said, in paramecium, two different nuclei present in single cytoplasm. But generally, what we observe, a single cell possess a single nucleus. But in case of paramecium, we can see a different situation in a cytoplasm. Two type of nucleus is present. One larger nucleus is called as macronucleus, and smaller nucleus is called as micronucleus. Macronucleus is a kidney shape or ellipsoidal in shape. It is a dense pack in DNA or chromatin material, and macronucleus control the vegetative functions of the body. While micronucleus, it is spherical in shape, and it also contains a chromatin material with DNA, and the main function of micronucleus is to control the reproduction of a cell. So micronucleus as well as macronucleus, both two type of nucleus present in a cytoplasm. Micronucleus control over the reproduction, while macronucleus control over the vegetative functions, that is body growth of a paramecium. Then another part is vacuole. In a paramecium, again two different type of vacuole present in a cytoplasm. One is contractile vacuole and another is food vacuole. Contractile vacuole present close to dorsal side on each end of the body, and each contractile vacuole is connected to at least 5 to 12 radical canals. Some of the main function of contractile vacuole is osmoregulation, excretion and respiration. So contractile vacuole is multifunction, that is osmoregulation, excretion and respiration. Osmoregulation means maintaining water and salt balance, excretion, elimination of nitrogenous waste product, and exchange of gases, that is respiration. So osmoregulation, excretion and respiration are the function of contractile vacuole. And another vacuole present in cytoplasm called as food vacuole. So food vacuole is non-contractile vacuole and it is roughly spherical in shape in a endoplasm. These food vacuole digest the food particle with the help of enzyme by a process of cyclosis. It also digests the bacteria. Mostly the food of paramecium is bacteria. So the bacteria is completely digested with the help of enzyme in a food vacuole. So in this way we study habit, habitat, systematic position and external characters of paramecium. So thank you for watching this presentation. Thank you.